Well, folks, CM Punk is at it again, taking shots at Susan G. Komen and WWE, even though he later says he's not. We'll get into what he said, if it was accurate, and what I think about it, right here on Dead on Dave Productions. Let's go. I'm blonde now.
So many pieces all back together now. What's your vision?
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. That's right, it's Blonde Dead on Dave, and I'm already having more fun. But I'm here not to talk about my epic new hair, and it is epic. This is what happens when your kid goes away for a week and you're unbelievably bored. You do shit like this, and it looks amazing. My wife is looking at me like, "What are you? You're still not sold on this?"
No, yes, no.
It's amazing. It's amazing. You can go get a new husband. This hair stays forever. This is the new Dead on Dave. I look great.
Stop staring at me.
I know you're staring at me. It's creepy. It's creepy. Anyway, we're not here to just to dote over my hair. No, we're here to talk about CM Punk once again, seemingly out of nowhere, taking shots at Susan G. Komen, calling it a scam on Twitter yesterday, and then today coming back and clarifying what he was saying as everybody in the world basically attacked him. Now look, CM Punk didn't really back up anything that he said with facts, and even after he apologized for it, he doesn't go into any facts. Well, luckily, I did a little bit of research, so I'll be able to tell you exactly what the reality is about Susan G. Komen. But first, if you notice this picture right here, you'll see CM Punk endorsing Susan G. Komen. It's just this guy. This is why we like CM Punk, that he'll spout off about things, but he's such a hypocrite. It's all about what he's doing at the time. Now look, you can come fire right back at me and say, well, that was his employment at the time, and it's okay to change your mind after the fact, and if you want to speak out about it after you're away from the situation, that's completely fine, and you'd be 100% right in that. But here's the thing. In 2012, 2013, when this picture was taken, Susan G. Komen was in the midst of its worst PR ever. In 2010, they were one of the top 5 trusted donation and fundraising sites in the world. They were unbelievably trusted, and then it kind of collapsed. They had some issues because they got into a very vocal and public spat with Planned Parenthood, and a lot of the activists for that kind of went and targeted it, and some of the money and the profits had to be used for other things. And then the CEO got a raise, all kinds of stuff, which pissed off a lot of people. But the numbers simply don't back up what CM Punk and some of the other naysayers of Susan G. Komen are saying. Now look, all corporations, especially ones that do as much for things like Susan G. Komen does, are going to be taking a spot for themselves. They're going to pay their board of trustees. They're going to pay the people that take care of it. It's not a full nonprofit, and that's okay. Some people might say, well, why can't it just be all profit? Well, that's just not. You have to be able to fund the services that you're trying to do. You have to be able to have money to be able to put on these events. It's like WWE, who CM Punk is saying is not the shot that he made, which we'll get into all the comments in a moment. He's saying was not about WWE or wrestling or anything like that. It was strictly about Susan G. Komen. That doesn't really make a lot of sense because according to the numbers, 83 cents of the dollar, of every dollar, 83 cents of every dollar that you donate to Susan G. Komen goes to activities, awareness raising, and things for this cause. It goes specifically towards the cause and fundraising, events, all of those things, marketing, anything that has to do with raising awareness and finding a cure. 84 cents of that, each and every single dollar goes to it. That's a pretty high rate. Now, on the other hand, if you want to take a shot at WWE for what they do, you can do that. That makes a lot more sense. But the fact that CM Punk has come out now and said it had nothing to do with wrestling kind of makes me feel the whole damn thing is disingenuous, or he just simply doesn't do research on things and spouts off at the mouth like a typical goddamn, freaking, what is he? Straight edge elitist guy. They do this all the goddamn time. But here's the thing that interests me. WWE gives 20% of what they raise in all of their the gear that they buy. They only give 20% of that to Susan G. Komen. They keep the other 80%. So if you want to take a shot at that, and honestly, I'm not even sure I want to do that, because I think what they do is a pretty damn good thing, and they do go through all to have a marketing platform the way that they do. They're raising so much money, and it's a lot of work, and it's also taking away from all the other things that they do through at that point of the year. So there's a lot going into it. So if they want to take a good slice of the pie for the money that they're raising, they're a private entity. They can do that. Morality is a different thing, and that's not what we're here to argue. But CM Punk's comments would make so much more sense if that's what it was targeting, but it wasn't, by his own admission. So let's get into what CM Punk actually said. Last night, CM Punk tweeted this out. If you're going to give money to a company that claims to raise money for finding a cure for cancer, please do some research. Komen is a scam. This pissed off a lot of people because it doesn't really seem to make a whole lot of sense. But and for the numbers that I just said, and I got a whole bunch of other things that I'm about to hit you with too, facts and figures from the financial releasings and stuff that is all corroborated by the IRS and Forbes and everything. So these numbers are 100% legit, and we'll get to that in a second, including the 84 cents of each dollar. That is IRS and Forbes corroborated. So at least those entities are saying that is factual, that is true. So after getting a whole lot of shit, he comes back and he starts tweeting at people who were attacking him. He tweeted at Mick Creepy Boss, I'm talking about people collecting money for themselves in the name of breast cancer, and you're talking about fake wrestling. John Cena FTW says, CM Punk hating on hashtag WWE for supporting Komen, but he too supported Komen, and then tweeted this picture that you see on the page right now. And then Punk just comes back, didn't mention wrestling at all. And then somebody else firing shots at hashtag Raw tonight. CM Punk, no, it has nothing to do with wrestling. The truth is never popular. Fuck all you crazy asses. Read a book. It's crazy that's the comment that he uses. Read a book. He doesn't back it up with any numbers, any figures, any facts, nothing. He just says read a book. Well, read this. Here you go. This is the financial reports given by Susan G. Komen and corroborated by Forbes and the IRS. This is completely legit. 80% of all of their funds have been devoted to mission programs, things that have to do with finding a cure, raising awareness, making a difference. I'm not saying Susan G. Komen is perfect. No, none of these donation damn fundraising sites are. None of them. However, they do a good thing. Mostly. I mean, come on. They do a good thing. The facts back up a lot of what they say, especially currently. Currently, their reputation has gotten much stronger than it has been over the last couple years. And like I said before 2010, they were basically the most trusted of all of the donation and fundraising charities in the world. That did take a public relations hit in 2011, 2012, but it's definitely on a resurgence, and a big part of that has to do with their tag teaming, for lack of a better term, with WWE. They raise a lot of money, and the fact is, CM Punk speaking out of both sides of his mouth yet again. I don't understand. What's the point of making a tweet like this when you know where it's going to go? You know how fans are going to take this, and you know they're going to attack you for it. And then to come out and say it had nothing to do with wrestling, I believe, is disingenuous and straight up inaccurate, because there's a lot more to attack on the WWE side than there certainly is with the Susan G. Komen side. I would think CM Punk has a hell of a lot more things to worry about right now than this. How about getting into the UFC? How about actually getting inside the octagon? I don't think he's ever going to fight. The more I look at this, the more I see, the more facts that I see, the more I'm starting to be convinced he's never going to fight in UFC. He's approaching 40. You know, he's like 38 now. What is he? What is CM Punk? Let me make sure I get my shit right here. CM Punk. He is 30. Oh, he's 36. Okay, he'll be 37 this year. In a couple of days, October 26th. Happy early birthday, CM Punk. He'll be 37. See, look, I'm nice. I'm a nice guy. 37 this year. Right now, he just got injured again, unfortunately, and that's going to keep him out of action. For what they're saying, from 10 to 12 months now is the time frame for his actual debut. I'm thinking it's even going to be longer than that. That's what he needs to be focusing on. Not taking shots at something that was obviously going to come back to wrestling. It just doesn't make any sense. And here's another thing. And he doesn't have to back up anything that he says. But it's also one of the reasons why he's getting fucking sued and probably going to lose a defamation lawsuit against the Dr. Anand for WWE. Because he doesn't back anything up with facts. He just says things. He's like the Joker. You think I know what I'm doing? I just do things. It's what he does. And that's okay. It's part of the reason why everybody loves him. It's part of his mystique. But this has got to stop at some point. Because I think it all does stem just from sheer bitterness. And a lot of the CM Punk marks are not going to like that. And honestly, I don't care. You can attack me personally if you want. Oh, what do you know, fat man? CM Punk's a god, blah, blah, blah. And that's great. I love CM Punk. I'm from Chicago. I love the Blackhawks. I'm a CM Punk fan. But he does say a lot of shit that contradicts and just doesn't make a lot of sense. And the hypocrisy angle, it's just look at what he actually says before you just blindly follow CM Punk. Because a lot of it is bullshit. A lot of it. But that's okay. So there you go. That's all I wanted to say. I just wanted to get my piece out there. And that's what I knew about Sunji Komen. So I shared that with you guys, passed it on. That was the most current financial reports that I could find. I don't know if there's anything more recent, but that was the most current that I could find. So if you guys have more information on Sunji Komen and anything that kind of goes against what I said, please put it in the comment section below, because this is an open dialogue. Also, hit me up on Twitter at ThatOnDaveV. And let me know about the hair. Let me know about the hair. What do you guys think about the new look? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it indifferent? Let me know, man. Thank you guys very much for joining me once again right here on Dead on Dave Productions, man. I really appreciate all the support. And in the spirit of talking about charities and donations and all that good stuff, if you want to leave a tip to the channel, say, hey, fat man, I love what you do, go right into the description box of this video and donate to the channel. And a lot of the proceeds that you get, that you give to the fat man, that you say, hey, I love what you do, here's a tip. I use it, not all of it, of course, but most of it I use for channel stuff. And as you can see, we got a new number. And that's because of you guys, 702-751-2902, so I can take live calls. Aside from just using Skype. So that's because of you guys, man. New website, www.deadondave.net. It's up. It's live, man. deadondave.net. Go check it out, man. www.deadondave.net. It's up, and that's also because of you guys. So thank you very much, man. We will see you next time right here on Dead on Dave Productions. Like, subscribe, and share. And as always, if you don't have talent, have talented friends. Peace.